College of Cardinals is going to announce the name any second of the new Pope.
Annuncio vobis Gaudium Magnum. Habemus Papam. Eminentissimum, ac reverendissimum Dominum, eminentissimum, ac reverendissimum Dominum, Sancte Romane Ecclesiae Cardinalem Prevost, qui sibi nomen imposuit Leonem XIV.
Well, the news there from the proto-deacon of the College of Cardinals announcing that the new Pope is Robert Prevost, Chicago-born, the first ever American Pope. And I say there was a lot of excitement here in our live position, Austin, because you think this is a wonderful decision.
This is a really, really bold decision to give the papacy, to hand the keys of St. Peter to the first ever American. But he's not an ordinary American because he spent most of his life in Peru and in Rome. He's an Augustinian friar, he's age 69. He spent 2 terms as the head of his order, the Order of St. Augustine, and in that role got to know, of course, the church across the world. Then for 10 years he was bishop in Chiclayo in the north of Peru, a very poor area. He's basically done everything. Francis then brought him here in 2023 and gave him a major responsibility to head up the dicastery for bishops, in which role he got to know people. What you get with this new Pope is a continuation of the Francis era, but you'll also get tremendous quality of management. He's a quiet, widely admired man, quiet in the sense that he's humble like Francis, a good manager, somebody who, as it were, brings those qualities of American pragmatism, which many of them, I think, wanted after the Francis era. So what you're really getting here is genuinely the fruit of the consensus, if you like, the two views present in the college.
There we see all the cardinals on the balcony there here in St. Peter's Square, many of them smiling, many of them perhaps relieved that this huge, momentous decision has now been made and the church can move forward. Robert Prevost, Chicago-born, the first American Pope ever, and hopefully in the next few minutes we will hear him having moved out of his cardinal quarters, having taken off the cardinal's robes, and will now be wearing papal white.
And I need to say his name, Pope Leo XIV.
Leo XIV.
Now this is important because Leo XIII was the great Pope of the late 19th century who wrote the great document on the rights of workers. So this commits him immediately to justice, to thinking of the poor. But here he is.
Very much then in the vein of Francis himself.
Yes, but people would say a moderate, balanced figure, known for his solid judgment, his keen capacity to listen. Of course, we may well see, as I was saying earlier, the transformation of Robert Prevost into a much more charismatic figure. In fact, he's known to be quite quiet, I think, but certainly a man at ease with himself, a man of deep spirituality, and a missionary. He spent his life as an Augustinian missionary among the poor, widely admired for everything he's done to build up vocations, to call lay people into the mission of the church, a big fan of synodality, the key Francis reform. Many people will be asking that question: is this Pope going to commit the church to the synodal path that Francis put us on? And the answer is a very, very clear yes. I heard him at the synod just last October speak very passionately about synodality. So we're going to get a continuation